rap was a CIA failed experiment? I don't know, cause like being from Chicago, like drill like was a movement that kind of like molded everybody. It like made you what you want to be. It's like who looking up to the good? We looking up to the savages. We looking up to the drill rap. We looking up to the music. But it's like almost everybody in that movement is gone. Now all the drill rappers is little ass kids. 18, 19, 17, 20. Because you don't make it that far in this movement. It's like we was the first generation to see drill and then watch it end. And none of it made it past 10 years. Lil Durk was the furthest drill rapper we had. Made it to his 30s. You know, we from young age here. You like Chicago, you live in dog years. So like, you know what I'm saying? You get 25, 30. Man, I'm about 50 in some places. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to make sure I like and subscribe. We about to see like how was drill rap a failed CIA experiment? Let's get straight into it.
A wave experiment that's dead. And I'm not saying that as hate. I'm saying that because the consequences caught up. And the industry right now is moving on. Yeah, drill had its moment, but as a mainstream movement, that junk dead. And the reason it's dying isn't just trends, it's jail cells and gravestones. Yeah. Let's be honest about what drill was built on. It was built on real people really beefing, real blocks, dissing real names, dissing real enemies. That's what made it so.
I think drill was the first movement that really put a name on violence, that really like glorified and made the rapper the person who was actually doing it. Like when you think of like the older people, like they looked up to the rappers who was just rapping. They could talk good and all that. Man, them rappers wasn't shooting. Them rappers wasn't dominating the hoods and the blocks and getting arrested and all that. They was artists. Drill was the first one where wasn't no artistry in it. I'm trying to tell you how I'm living, and it's bad. But it's like bad is good, because it's like bad is intriguing, because I don't want to do nothing that bad, but I want to know how it feels to live that way. Put it in my headphones.
Dangerous. But when your entire brand is tied to real conflict, there's no separation between music and reality. And reality always gonna win. Look at King Von, one of the best storytellers of his era. Charismatic. He had energy. He had authenticity. Dead at 26. That's real life. Then you got Lil Durk, one of the few drill artists who actually went to the mainstream. But now he facing serious legal issues that could potentially put him away for life. That's what happens when the music and the streets never separate. And then you got K-Flock. In 2021, he had everybody and their mama trying to get sturdy. He had the New York movement jumping. Now, he's spending most of his young life behind bars. The same energy that blew him up trapped him. That's the pattern. Blow up, escalate, then crash.
But I ain't gonna lie, like, especially when you're from these inner cities, like New York was like kind of built on the back of Chicago drill, but it's like, bro, you gotta, like, the villains really look more appealing than the positivity. Like, bro, I ain't come up looking up to no goddamn positive forces, nigga. We listening to Lil Durk, we looking at Keith, we looking at the real savages, because that's like, bro, you know what you like. You know what look good online, you know what look good in the music videos, and you know what look good to the ladies. Do your research. So it's like some people like try to max out their positivity, but they can only affect one type of audience. Like the people who the voice of the trenches and the voice of the hood and all that, they blow up so much faster because they living fast, and living fast look good than a motherfucker. Like, who not trying to do that? That's like why when you younger you see people looking up like the scammers and the trappers, because it's like it's quick, and quick look good, and slow look boring. Obviously, like a slow grind is better than no grind. A slow grind is steady because it lasts. If you do something slowly, if you do something steadily, if you create good, consistent habits, then it's going to last a lot longer. But, man, if you on a block messed up in the hood, it's roaches. You got to walk to the store every day. You saw a few of your friends die. Man, I'm trying to hear what he got to say, man. Come on, I'm trying to listen to that new Dirt. You get what I'm saying? It's like sometimes that trauma more relatable than the positivity. But, like, as I got older and I met people who never had problems in life, it was, like, almost funny because they think this is a joke. But this somebody real life that's just super interesting. My life for real, this is not a movie.
The shock value don't hit no more. We heard it all. Dissing the dead, naming real victims, threatening retaliation on live. At first it was shocking.
Now they retaliate.
Now we desensitized. It don't feel rebellious no more. It feels predictable. Look at the foundation of the drill in the mainstream. Chief Keef, he the one who blew it up nationally. Love Sosa, I don't like, but let's talk numbers. Love Sosa peaked at number 56 on the Billboard Hot 100. I don't like peaked at number 73. Finito, one of his biggest hits, didn't even touch the Billboard Hot 100. Really? Now compare that to his songs outside of drill. Whole different genres. His collab with Lil Uzi Vert hit number 19 on the Billboard Hot 100. His collab with Drake peaked at number 26 on the Billboard Hot 100.
Man, that's crazy.
Different sound, different vibe, less street centered. Those records perform better commercially. Broader appeal. That tell you everything.
So like the commercial rapping and the commercial music will get people on, but that's not like when you come up making music from these environments, your goal isn't to get a top 100 hit. Your goal isn't to make the Billboard. Your goal damn near not even a music deal. Your goal is to go platinum in the streets. I want the whole block to know how we living. I want them to know that we the most ganged out, we the most savage, we the most lit. And then as a result, the person who leading the streets now is going to be the platinum selling artist. That's why you can name Chief Keef, Lil Durk, Von, all these people. Because before they got any of these hit records off the music and the labels pushing them, they went platinum on the block. When you come up from a certain environment, that's the whole goal. You know?
Even the pioneer drill had to step out to get better commercial success. Because drill alone doesn't scale worldwide. It's hyper local energy. And labels are starting to see this. In 2012, 2015, drill was fresh. Executives were curious. They were signing any teenager on the block they could find. Exactly. Now, they watch too many investments get locked up or killed. Right. Why would a label give a massive bag to a 19-year-old drill rapper who just gonna end up dying or going to jail? That's not an investment. That's a liability. The return on their investment is too risky. Some of the guys who was in the middle of it are making more money outside of drill now.
But that's why a lot of times the interviewers and the podcasters, the same people that the drill rappers and all the savages would call lame, they end up having a better reputation with your label. Like when you think of like some of these reaction channels, people like that, like the DJ Ghost and all that stuff, these people don't have relationships with the artists. They have relationships with the labels. Because it's like the economy isn't just the music anymore. The reason why the streamers and all this stuff getting the money, because it's not about the song being listened to. It's about the attention that you're getting from people. So it's like, why would I go talk to the drill artist who life about to be over? I go talk to Say Cheese TV, who gonna go interview him. He's the one's getting the views, and he's gonna make the music go up. If he say it's hot, it's hot. If he say it's not, it's not. So they rather go put that money into one of these channels and have a long-standing relationship versus just blow somebody up for no reason, and then they end up back in the hood. That's why a lot of the best artists in the hood now is just being invested in by people who made it out the hood, like Lil Bibby, for example, right? I'm going to choose a little nigga who just getting out the hood. Even somebody like AMF, right? He not super, super rich and like a label, but he's like the mediator, right? You're not trying to come to the hood and talk to this boy. I'm cool with being cool with him, and I'm not going to die no time soon. So how about you pay me? You understand what I'm saying?
Take Capone. He's arguably making more consistent money from YouTube and interviews and content than he ever did making drill music. For Think sure. about that. The culture that wants to find you isn't even the most profitable version of you. Right. Because controversy fades, but platforms gonna evolve. Drill didn't die because people stopped rapping aggressively. It died because the consequences became too visible, too repetitive, too real. We know how this when every few months is another arrest, another indictment, another funeral. At some point, the audience gets numb to that shit, and the industry gets cautious. You can't.
And the craziest part is a lot of the audience for drill ain't like us. If you get what I'm saying, like it's not the person who gonna walk down the block and see the nigga. The audience for drill is somewhere in Europe. But you know how many times I've been in my crib in LA and some Jewish kid in Beverly Hills goes, "Hey man, you remind me of Chief Keef. Hey dude, have you ever been to O Block?" Like it's more likely to find those type of people who are supporting you than the person on a block with you. So it's like the marketability of it, you're capped, you're limited. You get what I'm saying? But somebody got to look like it. Because somebody got to be relatable to the, you know? Somebody got to be relatable to the Because you got to like still communicate to them. They ain't going nowhere. It's like when you're stuck in poverty, you usually stay in poverty. So it'd be like hard to pull them out.
The lasting empire of constant retaliation. There's no retirement plan in that junk. No generational wealth blueprint. Just adrenaline. For drill was a moment, a loud one, an influential one. It changed production. It influenced UK rap. We done seen some of our biggest stars come out of drill. But as a dominant movement, it burned way too fast, and the cost was way too high. When a genre constantly leads to jails or funerals, that's not sustainability. That's self-destruction. And eventually, Even the fans gonna move on.
Drill movement kind of it was influential. It influenced me and influenced a lot of people in a lot of different areas, but it had its time. And I think some of the artists is gonna be a few artists that's gonna be able to continue to grow off this wave. But for it to be so nationwide and everyone trying to be the same type of person is losing its value. You got to even think about how a lot of the things from it, like catching a body, no snitching. A lot of these things are losing the value because of how common it is to just watch it on the internet. You know what I mean? But I got plenty of stuff to talk about. I made some money, so make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. If y'all don't do none of those things, though, we like family now, so just watch another video. I'll see you on the next one.